Good morning, and welcome back to Furl Bridge Farms. It's Sunday, about 7:30 in the morning. It's nice temperature out this morning, so I thought I'd get some work done. Every time I mow, I have to get the hose I connect from these rain barrels down to those rain barrels. Where are they? Right there. I have to pick up the hose every time I mow. So I keep telling myself I'm going to bury a line from here down to the garden. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to start off by just going from here through the mowed part to the longer grass down there. I looked at a lot of different ways of trenching for a little hose. I bought a 3/4 inch poly tubing from Lowe's for 30 bucks or whatever it was. So what I think I ended up deciding to do was I had my Sawzall. I'll be right back. Now I have my Sawzall. So I bought a blade from Harbor Freight because I know this thing's going to get ruined. I decided to go with the blade that is made for pruning. It's got the larger teeth on it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to trench through the ground, make 2 cuts, lift up the sod, put the hose down in, put the sod back down in. It doesn't need to be deep down in. It's going to be emptied every year anyway. It's not going to freeze. And whatever does freeze will have room to expand because I'm going to empty it. So first things first, I need to start cutting to see if this works.
But listen up now, this is serious.
Okay, so I know that I'm going to hit some rocks. So that's why I got the cheap blade. And it's going to get ruined because it's basically running a blade through sandpaper. And I don't need to go down far. I just need to go far enough to get the hose down. So I'm thinking maybe 3 or 4 or 5 inches, somewhere in there. Not far, just enough so I don't hit it with a lawnmower. So let's start here and make our way, see what happens. So that went relatively well. So I'm going to move over about 3 to 5 inches. So I got a cut here, I have a cut here. So I'm gonna go get my pitchfork, and we'll see how easily it comes up. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm simply going to punch in and lift. That worked really well. I'm going to continue to do that. There we go. I'm going to continue. What I'll do as soon as I get all this cut, I'll just use a little garden hoe and pull out some extra debris just to get down a little further, but let's see how it works. As I'm going down through here, you can see me going back and forth as I'm sawing. It's not because I think I'm doing more sawing action. It's to get above and below and move around the rocks that are in the soil.
Captain Obvious.
Look at that. It's already dulled down. So that's what it's supposed to be. See, this is why I bought the cheap blades. All right, so I made it all the way down to the other end of the moat area. And so now I'm gonna use my garden hoe
Well, I'd have to say it's getting down and dirty with my hoe.
to smooth out the stones. And then I'll put the pipe in the ground, cover it back up. Okay, so what I did was I took my 3/4 inch poly tubing, I bought a 90 for it, and a couple clamps, tightened them down. I had to heat up the end of the tubing to slip them onto the 90, but I did that about a year ago, so I can't show you that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down in my trench, and I'm going to use some landscape fabric staples to hold it down in place while I continue to make sure that it's in the right space. I want the end of the hose to be higher than the rest, so we're going to put that there. That way there's no big dips in the hose. I kind of have a raised area right here, so it's probably up another 2 inches higher than I want it to be. So I'm going to take that out a little bit. I don't want any major high points in where the hose is going, because I don't want the water to stay in the tube during winter. So pull that out. There, that's much better. Much better. Okay. So we'll use a staple, get that into place. We'll go down the row. So now all I have to do is put the sod back. I'd say that worked pretty well. Using the Dewalt Sawzall with the Harbor Freight pruning blade, I would not want to go 100 feet with this thing, but to go 20 feet across the mowed yard worked just fine. It's not perfect, but after time, all that sand and dirt will work its way down into all the nicks and crevices of where we trenched. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.